Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20, and out a little across the 25 to the 27. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
They snap it to Fields.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right.
He's got the tight end Ferkser right side complete.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Wilson. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 33. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Wilson. And caught by Henry. And shutting him off. Now open field. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is Jakeem Grant. And able to get this out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st down, Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On first down, Fields.
Touchdown! Cam Akers, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers in the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Wilson will throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant sets to return it.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Wilson. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Eddie Goldman picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with a pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Derrick Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A give to Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from the 20.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Right after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Grant on the return.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
He'll buy some time right.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Wilson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Beck. And some room to work. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown to 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice. and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Henry running right, fighting through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. This is Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They run with Henry on 1st down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw, Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second and 10, Fields again. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Well, he's going to go for it all. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Again, Fields. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Fields on 1st down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Now Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 2nd and 20. Oh, Wilson going to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Wilson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. Touchdown! Derrick Henry from 10 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Jayon Brown gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.